Twin Cities has had a long history with public transit. The 1890s saw the first horse-drawn streetcars that eventually evolved into an extensive network of electric streetcars by the 1920s. As the automobile began to take more of a grip on American society, General Motors pushed for the advancement of bigger roads and more bus systems. Streetcar ridership began to steadily decline as automobiles became the norm for transportation in most Minnesotan families by the 1930s. Our lines were abandoned in 1954 in favor of cars and city buses.
Wasn't thinking of anything specific.
Supporters of rail transit cited its need because traffic congestion had grown immensely since the streetcars ceased operation. A 2003 report indicated that the area was the 17th most congested area in the country, with the second fastest congestion growth. Jesse Ventura publicly stated his support for the light rail as federal funds became available for the project. New environmental reports also suggested that it would be the best way to cut down on congestion in the cities and pollution. The Hiawatha Line was eventually completed in 2004, connecting the Mall of America to Target Field. The path of the train also took into consideration the demographics that it would be passing through. It connected the jobs that were found in Bloomington with the airport and the mall, with a lot of poor communities in Minneapolis. Light rail increases access to healthcare, healthy foods, and living wage jobs that provide economic and residential stability. With this in mind, it followed a path near racially diverse and low-income areas to benefit their socio-economic standing through transportation. The success of the Hiawatha Line led to the construction of a Central Corridor line, which will connect St. Paul with Minneapolis. Its path will start in downtown St. Paul and primarily run along University Avenue until it reaches the U of M campus. Some opposition of the Central Corridor stems from a fear of gentrification that once ravished the black community. In the early 1960s, Highway 94 was constructed down the middle of the Rondo community, a vibrant African-American neighborhood in St. Paul, splitting the area in two and forever changing the nature of the community. The Rondo of the early 20th century was a tightly knit, fully integrated, and highly interactive neighborhood. People had access to jobs via the streetcar and bus routes. When Interstate 94 was placed on top of them, Rondo residents did not have a voice in the government's decision, and over 300 African-American families were evicted from their homes. The social, economic, and physical effects of the split are still felt in the memories of current residents of the split neighborhood, who fear light rail on University Avenue could separate their community once more. Community-based organizations have worked with legislators to ensure that the Central Corridor line will benefit these communities, not gentrify them like the highways did of the past.
I'm a huge proponent of transportation and thinking about public transit. We need to be building trains, not highways. We need to be promoting buses, not highways. But that being said, we need to make sure that we're doing it with the community's needs in mind. We can't build a transportation infrastructure on the backs of poor people, on the backs of, low-income folks.
In addition to concerns rooted in the past, the long construction process has hurt businesses along University Avenue.